Question 16. We are going to solve 2x plus 6y is equal to 5. In the meantime that x plus 3y has to be equal to 2. We are trying to find out how many solutions x, y are there to the system of equations above. And notice that we don't know the answer choices. From the answer choices, we cannot just plug in the x value and the y value. Otherwise, that would be much quicker. However, I will show you guys how to do this question. So number 16. So 2x plus 6y is equal to 5. X plus 3y is equal to 2. So generally speaking, we have two methods to do this question when you have solving system of equations. The first method I'm going to do is called the substitution. So I'll write this down by substitution method. Substitution method. So the idea of substitution method is that we want to try to pick a variable from this x or this y or this x and that y, and then try to isolate that variable. Well, we have choices. We have 4 choices, and we are going to figure out which one is the easiest, if there's any. And since this x is have a coefficient 1, the number in front of the x is equal to 1. So it's relatively easier to isolate this x compared to the 2x, or compared to a 6y, or compared to this 3y. So I want to focus on isolating this x. And I can do that by just one step. Let's check this out. I have x plus 3y is equal to 2. I can just subtract 3y on both sides. And this, I will get, let me write this in red. I will have this x in red. 3y minus 3y, 0. That's equal to 2 minus 3y. They are different terms. They are not like terms. So we have to just write this as. Let me write the negative 3y first, and plus the 2. So now we know that x is equal to negative 3y plus 2, and 2x plus 6y is equal to 5. So let me write this again. Now we know that x is equal to negative 3y plus 2. And notice that how we got this equation right here from the second equation. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to plug in this negative 3y plus 2 to the x right here for the first equation. So substitute this, I will just say substitute this into the first equation. So this is my first equation. Let me make a note. This is what I mean by the first equation. And this is my second equation. And this result, I'll just call this the third equation. But the third equation is the same as the third. The third equation comes from the second equation. So once you got this, you must substitute the result to the different equation, which is the first equation. And let's check this out. So I have 2x originally. So I have 2. I see x. I'm going to open the parentheses. And I'm going to plug in what we know for x, which is 3y plus 2. I mean negative 3y plus 2. Negative 3y plus 2. And then plus the 6. And I have the y, but I'm going to just write down the y. Because I isolated the x earlier, that's why I open the parentheses for the x. So that way I can draw in negative 3y plus 2 into the parentheses. But the 6y, I'm just going to write down as 6y equals to 5. Okay, we are in business. Now, we have just one equation with one unknown, which is the y's. So we're good to go. We're in business. To solve this, take care of the parentheses. I have the number 2 in front of it. So distribute the 2 to the negative 3y. I get negative 6y. And also take the 2, multiply with this 2. I get plus 4. And then I have the positive 6y right here. So let me just bring it down. Plus 6y. And this is equal to 5. Okay, and let's take a look at the left-hand side. And notice that negative 6y and positive 6y, negative 6 plus 6y, they actually just cancel each other out. So what we have left is 4 is equal to 5. So as you can see that, I hope that we didn't make any incorrect calculation here. But all of a sudden, at the end, I'm seeing something that 4 is equal to 5, which this is not possible. Right? This is not possible. This is not possible equation. So, not possible. Right? Because this doesn't make sense. 4 is not possible to be equal to 5. This is not possible. So what does this mean? What does this mean? It's not like we add or subtract something wrong. This means when you see something that's not possible at the end, this means the original equations, especially this system of equations, they have no solutions. They have no solutions. So this means the original equations, 2x plus 6y equal to 5 and x plus 3y is equal to 2. This implies has no solutions. Solution. There you go. Anyways, this has no solutions. So you will just select none for the answer. Solution.